when an 18-year-old gunman targeted an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. Systemic failures and egregiously poor decision-making on behalf of law enforcement and school officials failed to stop the shooter from killing 19 students and 2 teachers, a new investigative report found. Hundreds of law enforcement officials prioritized their own safety over the lives of students and teachers that day as they waited more than an hour to confront the shooter, according to the 77-page report from a Texas House of Representatives committee. After weeks of conflicting and inconsistent accounts of the police response, the report gives the public the most complete picture yet of the May 24th massacre at Robb Elementary School. As police fumbled without clear leadership or organization, school staff had grown less vigilant, straying from locked-door policies and active shooter procedures. There were multiple systemic failures, Representative Dustin Burrows, a Republican member of the investigative committee, said in summarizing it. He warned that those breakdowns in safety aren't just a problem that exists in Uvalde, adding, "Some of the same systems that we found here that failed that day are across the entire state and country." Here are some of the key revelations the committee found in their probe. In all, 376 law enforcement officers arrived at a scene that was chaotic and uncoordinated, the report says. The group of federal, state and local officials lacked any clear leadership, basic communication and enough urgency to take down the gunman, according to the committee. Previous official accounts of the shooting placed primary blame on the school district's Police Chief Pete Arredondo, who has since resigned as Uvalde School Police Chief, and other local police. After arriving at the school, Arredondo fumbled around with and eventually abandoned his radio at the fence, the report stated, reasoning that one of the other sergeants was on the scene and was fully uniformed with a radio. He testified to the committee. Uvalde School District's active shooter policy called for Arredondo to be the incident commander who would have been responsible for leaving the building in order to organize a response and to inform other officers that he was in charge. Instead, Arredondo stayed inside the building. After Arredondo entered the school, he went to classroom 110, which had bullet holes, but no children were inside. He then prayed the kids in rooms 111 and 112, where the gunman fired more than 100 rounds, had been emptied as well, he testified. They had not been, and Arredondo proceeded to handle the incident as one of a barricaded subject and not an active shooter, according to the report. With the benefit of hindsight, we now know this was a terrible, tragic mistake, the committee wrote.